Day 583. Day rating is an 8. Today is one of those great days I needed, which is kind of weird because I just woke up and it just felt like I was on the wrong side of the bed, so to speak. Just kind of was late to work. Couldn't get my thing situated. My brain was just kind of running a little bit slow. And then got to work, and then work was a little bit chaotic. Everyone was a little bit kind of out of place, I guess. Just things were getting done that should have been getting done in a way. Not that they were slacking. I think that there was a mix-up on what was going on. I guess the easiest way to put it. And yeah, that was just kind of a little bit. But then around 10:30, 11 o'clock, they said, "Oh, we got some cookies." I was like, "Oh my gosh, should probably stay away from these cookies." But we haven't had fresh baked cookies there in a long time, and I don't know how it happened, but somehow our office got a cookie oven. Like, it's just for cookies. It's got cookie promotions on there. It's just a little. I'm trying to think of what the stovetop kind of oven is what it looks like, but it's just got a deeper tray to put in a dozen cookies each shelf, and I believe there's 3 shelves. So definitely had some cookies. Maybe, I don't know, 7 cookies. But I missed the morning run, so I made it a point to do a little exercise before I left. Some squats, some pull-ups. I believe I did 30 before I left, another 20 when I got back. I did a set of push-ups as well. And what was the other thing I was thinking of? Excuse me. Was to stay hydrated today. I've been feeling good since that Saturday run, kind of at the park where I did my own little tempo pre-race run, or whatever you can call it. So I just said, the next time I get a chance to really push the pace, I'm thinking I can push more than I've been able to go the last month or two. So today got to the tempo, was ready, felt good, made it a point again to hydrate all day today. I said, okay, if I have a couple cookies, I need to really put down some water. I was just taking big gulps all day instead of taking small gulps. I just said, every time you drink, take an extra gulp or 2 of water and just keep refilling your cup. So that was the point today. And then again, got to the group run. We did about a mile warm up. And then another thing that was different is we split up into 2 groups, which is normal. But normally the larger group is the smaller group, and the kind of the tempo longer group is there's maybe 5 to 10 people in there. And today there was about 20, and the smaller group had about 10. So that was kind of interesting. Maybe it was because of the cooler weather. It was just a light breeze, nice day. I mean, maybe 78, 80 outside. Just felt great. So we started taking off, and the guy I normally run with, Alex, he was there and just said, "Hey man, I got this race coming up. I'm kind of preparing for it, and it's gonna be a little bit earlier, and it's a 3-hour time difference. So I'm gonna kind of recover today." I'm like, "Okay, cool, man. Thanks for letting me know." So I was like, "Well, I still feel good, so I'm gonna push the pace from the beginning and see who goes with me." And I go maybe the first 400 meters, and I don't hear anyone. I'm like, all right, well, I'm feeling really good today, so I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna slow down. And I hear someone like tick, 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 really trying to catch up to me. I said, all right, see if they catch up, or if they just sit behind. But in my head, I was thinking I'm gonna do a progression. And the first mile, I'm gonna do about 6:45, and then go 6:20, 6:30, and then that last mile, I wanted to see how far under 6 I could get. Well, the guy catches me. He's like, "Hey, man, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Just running the tempo." He's like, "All right, well, I'll run with you." I'm like, "Okay, if you want to, cool." It's like, I know what it is, so I'll just run with you and we'll go. I'm like, "Okay, cool." We were talking the whole time. It was actually kind of a cool story. He said that he ran in college. Like, "Okay, where'd you go?" Like, "Oh, I was here in Tempe, and then I went to ASU." I'm like, "Okay, what year did you go to ASU?" And he told me the year and said, "Hey, by any chance, do you know this guy?" Let's say last name Julian. I'll give him the last name Julian. And he's like, "Oh yeah, well, kind of yes and no." I'm like, it's like I didn't run with him, but I had some friends that were friends with him, and he was a good guy. And so like, "Oh, thanks." Yeah, I think he was too. So appreciate you saying that. It's like funny story. He was one of my athletes that when I coached at the college, he's like, "Yeah, no way." And it's like, "Yeah," I used to watch him when he ran at ASU all the time. It was really cool to see him go from one level and jump up to the next level. Didn't do well. And so that was a cool chat. We kind of bonded over that and just training wise and where we're at. And so we ran together. Let's see, how far did we go? Mile warm up, and then he caught on about half mile in, quarter mile in. 1, 2, 3. No, we must have ran another 3 miles together because we stopped and there was about a mile left, and he was waiting for the rest of the group to catch up. And I said, "Hey man, I hope you don't mind, I'm just gonna keep going." He's like, "Yeah, you keep going or you can wait, either way." So well, I kind of had my heart set on finishing the last mile strong, so I'm gonna head out and before my heart rate drops down. He's like, "All right, cool." So I take off and I'm determined. So the last few miles I was kind of checking in. They were about 6:45. They're pretty consistent around 6:40, 6:45. So I need to get below 6:45 for sure. So I'm picking it up, but still being controlled. It was almost like the last mile was my progression. Got down to a 6:20, and I felt really good. I felt good, which is great because last week after about 2 miles, my legs just fell apart and they felt like bricks. I just felt like I was carrying weights and I couldn't get oxygen to my legs. I was just dragging them. I wasn't pulling or moving with them. So that was a thing. And so today I was really just like, yes, I feel good. This is the way I should feel. I feel like everything's coming back. That muscle memory, the confidence. Let's just keep rolling. So I finished right at 5, and then my friend was there, and we're talking a bit, and they said they got a little lost because it was a little bit of a different course we ran today. But they kept talking. I said, "Do you want to run another mile, or how are you feeling?" They said, "Yeah, would you mind?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's go add on a quick mile." And I believe we ran at 7:47, 7:45 miles. So they were happy that the last mile was faster, and they got to 4 instead of doing 3. And then that put me at 6 miles. And then my average was, it says 7:10. And yeah. So felt good to run 6 miles. I'm at 15 for the week. Hopefully get in 5-ish again tomorrow, and then Saturday should be a 10-ish day. I'm definitely feeling the weather's dropping, temperature dropping, so it's easier to get in a little bit extra miles. So good things to come. I feel great. Like I needed today. I don't know how much more I can emphasize it, but I needed today because I've been putting in the work and trying to be consistent, extra miles and extra effort, and today it clicked. Today it turned on and said, "Okay, this is the way you've been pushing. This is what you're gearing for." I feel like I'm almost where I was at before everything started hurting and slowing down. And went to the doctor, so it was a great feeling. I really needed today, and today today worked out great, and that's why I think I rated it so high, and I feel like I'm on that natural runner's high today. So, feels good. It's a good way to end the day, and hopefully it carries on. Got that race coming up in about 3 weeks, so I'm hoping it carries over into that, and we'll go from there. And tomorrow's got a 5-mile run-ish, and I'm watching the friend run again just down the street, so I'm gonna kind of run over there, maybe run a little bit around, then run back. We'll see. And then I have to go into work early tomorrow, so that's kind of like a little bit of a downer, but he's not gonna end on a downer, so I'm just gonna end the day there on a positive. Tomorrow will happen the way either way it's gonna happen, so just be happy for today. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.